Hey there. So I want to provide an option today for people that have elbow issues, whether it's muscular or joint. Let's say you're having elbow issues midway through a round, midway through a tournament, and you're not sure what you can do to make that better. Most people are going to ice it, pump up full of ibuprofen. I would actually suggest trying something called voodoo floss. Now, voodoo floss is basically just a tight elastic compression band that's right on the spool right here that I can put right in my bag. What I'm gonna do, and I'll demonstrate more of a muscular issue. So let's say I have some tennis elbow stuff when I'm gripping the disc. I would take this and I would wrap it around that area. And it takes a little bit of practice to get it just right, but you wanna wrap it, somewhat tight. So I wanna compress that tissue. Now, compression really helps decrease any kind of swelling that's in the tissue. It increases movement of the gliding surfaces of our tissues. So I'm putting this tight, but not tight enough where it makes a tourniquet, where it cuts off my blood supply. So it's gonna be kind of tight and it's gonna be mildly uncomfortable for most people. So when I'm done wrapping it, I just find a piece of that and I tuck it right up under. So the key is you wanna start to do movements that bother you while you're compressed. So if it's gripping, I'm gonna go through some gripping. I'm gonna take my wrist and elbow through different motions so I can spin the tissue, moving things around. I'm gonna put a timer for about 2 minutes, and I can just kind of go through different corners of movement while I'm compressed here. We're gonna notice that my hands might get a little bit white because it is kind of compressing the blood vessels just a little bit. My only rule is I don't want your hands to get numb and tingly, okay? So 2 minutes on a timer, work through some of those issues. I could also do the same thing over my joint if I have actually a joint issue. Same thing, I can take my joint through range of motion and mobility that bothers me while it's compressed. So after about 2 minutes, I'm gonna take this off, and normal to have, call them tiger stripes, normal to have a little bit of stripe where that compression band was. You're gonna notice that you feel that blood come back in, so it's actually bringing new blood to that area. So that is something that you may be able to throw in the bag, that if you have any elbow issues, you might be able to kind of deal with something a little more conservative versus ibuprofen and ice. And I think that'll help you to actually play a little more pain-free. Give that a try. Hopefully that'll help you to throw well.